Hello everyone, this is your middle-aged man with borderline here. I'm going to address a difficult topic, as most of these things are. It's about my relationship, my last one I had that lasted almost 10 years, depending on how you count things. We broke up sometimes and then got back together, and well, you know, sometimes things are complicated, but in many ways, this is the relationship that is the very reason I crashed and burned straight down to borderline hell. So, it was a toxic relationship. When you say toxic relationship, it always sounds like you are blaming the other person for everything. I know what you see in front of you when I say these things, but it's not really that. The toxicity came from two people that really liked each other, living together. We didn't really live together, we lived separately, but we spent a lot of time together during these 10 years. Basically living together from time to time, but there was always a bit of a wall between us. And that wall was her not really letting me in her life. She kind of noticed from the start that I was of a bit of a needy person, and she always kept me at a distance. And this created a feedback loop of insecurities in me that was a sure recipe for me becoming really, really sick. Mentally really, really bad. But at the same time, as I felt really, really bad from not feeling really 100% loved and accepted, which she has admitted to, because practical things in my life. I didn't have a job, and she was not really convinced that I was the one she should spend her life with. But hey, 10 years, and we still were a couple. To this date, we are still talking and trying to be friends. We even hooked up sometime after our official breakup, and ended up in bed again and everything like that. Because one thing we did have that was incredible was that physical passion thing. We are both in great need of a more hedonistic life. That's something I've lacked in previous relationships, where I had a very strong sense of security and stability, but there was no passion, no love life, no nothing like that. But here, it was the opposite. Passion, love life. I was constantly forced to expand my horizons on a lot of things regarding socializing with other people, partying. And I went through a lot of changes in life with this woman. And those changes were very, very good for me. The problem is that behind all of this was this insecurity, this pain hurting me. And there were incidents where I got all my fears and worries confirmed about her, that she had a lot of relationships besides me that were very, very I would call them inappropriate. And that hurt. But being borderline, we don't break up. We are broken up with in a relationship. People end it with us, we don't end it, and that was the same for me. She has her insecurities, the reason why she didn't end up with me, where she didn't breaking things up with me, of course. Things are complicated. And she doesn't know of this channel, so I'm not going to say things to her that I wouldn't say to her face. I don't think that's right. But ignoring her as a variable to why I feel bad, why I feel crap, or at least did. I think I'm in remission now, for becoming more and more stable each day that goes by. That would be wrong for me to not to do so, and I won't do that because she is a friend, and in many ways she would do absolutely nothing to hurt me intentionally. That's the key word here, intentionally. But yeah, she is, without a doubt, the main reason for my borderline to explode like it did in the last decade. I tried to convince myself many times that the reason was other things, like me being a quite lonely person, that I struggle with economy and stuff like that. But the thing that was always plaguing me in the background more than anything else was thoughts about her and being insecure where I had her, what she was doing, who she spent time with. Us living separately is probably the reason this happened. It's also why I've also promised myself I would be really, really careful in the future of getting hooked up with someone in a relationship, a long distance relationship, because that is a recipe for me to develop insecurities. And what I need right now are two things: either a lot of time alone, and or a partner that is more conventional, a partner that wants to live in a relationship, a more conventional relationship. But yeah, I'm not trying to force anything there, so I'm even not very active on dating apps for this reason. I think I'm in a good place, and I should just hang back and relax and not do anything really with this. But yeah, I know myself. When nature calls, I will start looking for people on Tinder again. For sure. I might even be a sad person calling my ex saying, hey, let's meet up. We got needs, right? I know, I shouldn't. I know everything of these things. That's the funny part. The most sad part of borderline. We know all these things. We know what's wrong and we know what's right. But we are very much unable to do the right choice. because our minds are being mutinized constantly by the emotional demons. Yeah, that's all about I'm going to say about toxic relationships right now. I think people have a very cliche view on what they are, and they usually think it's some malignant person who take advantage of a weaker person, but that's not the case. Sometimes it's just two people that are extremely compatible on some points and absolutely not compatible on others, that really, really enjoy each other's respective company, and with other circumstances might have been a really excellent couple. But turn of events and a lot of probable events that of course happens when you are different as people, that leads to a bad relationship, a really bad relationship for someone with borderline personality disorder. It's really frustrating to have this person that in many ways you really, really love, and you know that doesn't matter, because that person is basically a living version of alcohol to you. It will make you sick, really sick, suicidal even. And that's not with the malignant intent of this person at all. It is because you are not just compatible. And this is a really painful thing for me, as you might guess. And my brain is fixed always on problem solving, on finding solutions to everything. And when there is an unsolvable problem like this that doesn't have any solution other than, well, it doesn't work, we can't fix this, well, that's a big failure and a very difficult thing to look into, looking yourself in the mirror, contemplating. I don't think I've come even close to being finished here with this, being okay. I think I have a ton or more things to find a solution around this, because things are complicated. I've got friends around me and they say all the time, oh, you should just don't talk to her anymore, just abandon her. Well, one, I'm borderline, I don't really do those things very easily. Two, we like each other as friends as well. We talk about basically everything. And me not having a lot of other options, I don't have a lot of friends. I am afraid of being alone, of course, also. And that's not all of it. We have other things that connect us. She has 2 sons from a previous relationship, and these 2 matter to me as well. I mean, I've been a part of their life for 10 years, since they were very young. So, yeah, things are complicated, and a lot of people that are not used to complicated things try to simplify things, and I know they mean well, and in some ways they are right, but no, I am fixed on fixing this in a way that means I can still maintain a future where she and I are friends, They can meet each other without any problem, without us ending up in bed like we do now, and being, quote unquote, just normal friends. I'm not certain that I will be able to do this, but it is my hope. It is her hope as well. We've talked a lot about this, cried together about this, being sad about this struggle. And yeah, we're not there yet. And as a consequence, we have decided not to see each other at all right now, for the time being. That's good, spending time apart. But I have no illusions about that alone helping things, because we've tried that once before, and well, 4 months later when we met, well, we ended up in, doing adult things once again. So yeah, that's not going to happen. Nope. So, in the meantime, waiting for things to get better, we are not having any contact. More than the occasional phone call, just checking up on ours. And those feel okay. I've noticed that. Phone calls are okay. Phone calls are a bit abstract for me, and they don't hurt very much, actually. Thank God. But yeah, there's no easy fix to this, that's for sure. But I'm planning on looking back at this, I don't know, in 5 years' time, and then everything will have went as I hoped. If not, well, then a lot of people could say, we told you so. A lot of people that really don't know what they're talking about, that have no experience with borderline, that have no connection to their exes, people who lives in the big city, big city people, big city life, big city mentality. A date comes and a date goes. Yeah, I know I'm ranting now, but that is just the way it is. There's a difference in how we see people. I've noticed it. And I'm not like that. I create strong attachments to people. I'm an elephant, basically. I never forget a person. And they become a very fundamental part of me. So, I'm no person that would just give up on a possible friendship that easily, at least. Not even with the single most toxic person in my life, and I'm saying that with love. I'm not saying that with any spite, because I think the key is, well, it's me. How I look at things. Now, I have no illusions. The simple fact that we are attracted to each other, very much so, and are not feeling any bad blood, means that we will probably always be attracted to each other. I don't think those things just stop. And being always attracted is always going to be a problem. If we are single, the both of us, in 5 years' time, and we meet, and it's just a very big possibility that we end up in bed again. And we talked about this. We had talked about all things, and we said, yeah, well, the thing is, what do we do from that? Are we able to shake it off and go on, or are we not? Well, we don't know, of course. That's all in the future. One thing is certain, if we don't try, we won't know. And there's a lot of unknowns in this. So, I don't think I'm going to do this channel for another 5 years, but you never know. If I do, I will try to make a reflection on this. You never know. Things could change a lot faster than that, of course. We could have setbacks a lot faster, and that will prove a point that we are unable to have contact. I'm hoping that's not the case, of course. I am, at heart, a very rational person that likes to see myself as in command of my mind. And I aspire to do this thing, of course, for that reason as well. Well, a long discussion about basically not more than a broken guy's broken heart and his hope of salvaging a very nice friendship. And the struggles, the obvious struggles this means for someone like me. Well, as I said, I will get back. And look at this. It's a very nice late summer evening with my cat. He's hunting, I think. He's looking very much into the grass. Are you hunting some field mice? Yeah, I'm disturbing you. I know. I'm sorry. All right, folks. Thanks for listening. Remember to give me a like and a subscribe, or write a comment. What's your experience about trying to fix a complicated friendship with an ex? Let me know. Let me know what your recipe for success was, if you had one, or, well, if you don't had a successful attempt, let me know also. I might, well, we both might learn things, of course. Well, all right, signing off.